The Nikon ZF Mark II leaks are absolutely crazy, and if you're planning to buy any camera in the next 2 years, you need to hear this. I've got the leaked specs, the exact release date, pricing details that will shock you, and one feature so crazy it sounds impossible. But I'm saving that surprise for the end. Stay till the final minutes because the most shocking leak will change everything. Before we dive into these game-changing leaks, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell because I drop the hottest camera leaks and top 10 breakdowns every week. And trust me, you don't want to miss the upcoming leak videos that could completely change your next camera purchase decision. So here's what just leaked about the Nikon ZF Mark II. And honestly, when I first saw these specs, I couldn't believe what I was reading. According to the leaked documents that showed up online, Nikon is planning to put a 24.5 megapixel full-frame, partially stacked CMOS sensor in this retro-styled camera. Now, the leak suggests this is not just any ordinary sensor upgrade. Sources say this is the same partially stacked technology that came out in the Z6 Mark III, which means much better performance compared to the original ZF. But here's where these leaks get absolutely interesting, and this is information that could completely change your camera buying timeline. The leaked specs claim that the ZF Mark II will have Nikon's new X-Speed 8 image processor. Think about what these leaks are suggesting. If true, you'd be getting flagship-level processing power in a camera that keeps that classic vintage look. According to these insider sources, this processor is the same one rumored to come out in the Z9 Mark II, which means Nikon might be bringing professional-grade performance to their retro line. And if you thought those leaked specs were impressive, wait until you hear what sources are claiming about the video capabilities. The leaks suggest the ZF Mark II could record 6K video at 60 frames per second in NRAW format, plus 4K video at 120 frames per second in ProRes RAW. To put these leaked specs in perspective, the Sony a7 IV overheats after just 15 minutes of 4K recording, and the Canon R6 Mark II struggles with rolling shutter at high frame rates. If these leaks are true, Nikon would basically be bringing red camera-level video recording to a body that looks like it belongs in the 1970s. Here's where the leaked information gets really interesting from a timeline perspective, and why you might want to completely rethink your camera buying strategy. According to multiple sources, this camera won't arrive until September 2026. Here's what makes these leaks so interesting. If the reported specs are true, and if the projected price point holds up, this could be the camera that makes everything else in its class old news overnight. Speaking of leaked pricing information, the rumors suggest the ZF Mark II will launch at around $2,699. Now, before you panic about that price jump from the original ZF's $1,999 launch price, consider what these leaks are claiming you'd be getting. According to the sources, this wouldn't just be a camera anymore. It would basically be a time machine that combines vintage looks with cutting-edge technology that supposedly beats cameras currently selling for $4,000 or more. For comparison, the Leica Q2 costs over $5,000 and doesn't even offer changeable lenses, while the Fujifilm X-T5 at $1,500 can't match these leaked video specs or burst rates. But there are even more leaked features hidden in these rumors that could affect every photographer's workflow, and this is where the information gets truly exciting. The leaked documents claim that the artificial intelligence-powered autofocus system doesn't just track subjects. Sources say it smartly predicts movement patterns and keeps focus even in challenging conditions. According to the leaks, the X-Speed 8 processor would enable in-camera pixel shift mode, meaning you wouldn't need external software to create those ultra-high-resolution composite images. Plus, there are rumors going around about an extended dynamic range mode that could change how this camera handles tough lighting conditions. If these leaks are true, these wouldn't just be spec sheet improvements. These would be features that could change how you actually shoot and process your images. And I'm still holding back that impossible-sounding feature I promised. Stick around, because it's even crazier than you think. The leaked information also suggests some interesting connectivity and storage options that show Nikon might be targeting professional users with this retro-styled body. According to the sources, the ZF Mark II will have an optional vertical grip for extended shooting sessions. dual memory card slots supporting both CF Express Type B and UHS-2 SD cards for maximum flexibility, plus modern connectivity with 5 GHz Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5.0. These leaked specs suggest Nikon isn't just focusing on looks. They're building professional-grade functionality into this vintage-inspired design. The leaked timeline information is particularly interesting because it lines up with Nikon's broader strategy. According to sources familiar with Nikon's plans, the September 2026 release date would give them plenty of time to perfect these rumored features and ensure they deliver on these ambitious leaked specs. The timing also preserves the sales of the Z6 Mark III, while positioning the ZF Mark II as a premium alternative for photographers who want cutting-edge performance in a retro package. Now, based on all these leaked specs and rumored features, the question you're probably asking yourself is whether you should wait or buy something else immediately. Here's what these leaks suggest. If you need a camera right now, you obviously can't wait until September 2026. But if you're planning a major camera purchase and you love the retro look combined with what these sources claim will be modern performance, these leaks suggest the wait might be worth every penny. And here's that crazy feature I promised you at the beginning. Remember how I said there was one leak so wild it sounds impossible? Well, according to the leaked documents, the ZF Mark II will reportedly have full HD recording at 240 frames per second for extreme slow-motion videos. Think about that for a second. You could capture a hummingbird's wing movement in crystal-clear detail or slow down action sequences that would normally be impossible to see with the human eye. This feature alone could make the ZF Mark II a game-changer for content creators and wildlife photographers who need that level of slow-motion capability in a retro-styled body. So here's what we know from all these leaked specs and rumored information. The Nikon ZF Mark II is shaping up to be either the most exciting camera announcement of 2026 or the most disappointing if these specs don't turn out as sources suggest. According to the leaks, the combination of retro styling with flagship-level performance, cinema-quality video recording, and professional-grade autofocus abilities could make this the camera that finally bridges the gap between vintage appeal and modern functionality. The leaked September 2026 release date gives Nikon plenty of time to perfect these rumored features and ensure they deliver on these ambitious specs that sources are claiming. Whether you're a content creator who would benefit from that leaked video performance, a wildlife photographer who would appreciate that rumored advanced autofocus and burst rate, or someone who simply wants what these leaks suggest would be the best of both worlds in camera design, these specs suggest the ZF Mark II could be worth the wait. But remember, these are all leaked specs and rumored features. Nothing has been officially confirmed by Nikon yet. Until we get official announcements, treat this information as speculation based on sources and leaked documents. However, if even half of what these leaks suggest turns out to be true, the ZF Mark II could be a game-changer in the camera world. And if you thought these Nikon ZF Mark II leaks were wild, wait until you see what I've uncovered about the top 10 rumored cameras for 2025 and 2026, including some leaked specs that could completely reshape the camera market. Click the video appearing on your screen right now because some of these leaked details are so crazy. You won't believe they're real until you see the evidence for yourself.